Did you know, wait guys, let me just tell you, did you know or do you know that you're freaking beautiful? Like, you're freaking handsome. Like, okay, wait though, I'm not even trying to brag. I am fine. Oh, fine girl. As in, I am beautiful. As in, I am pretty. Ha! But let me tell you guys something. I'm always on social media, and it's not a good thing, yeah. But like, let me just explain something to you guys. I'm always on TikTok, and Twitter. Normally I'll say Twitter, but like, let's not tackle that. I'm always on TikTok and Twitter, and guys, I'm not even going to lie. The amount of beautiful girls I see on those apps, ha! You guys are not giving me the secret tips and tricks, because that glowing skin is what I want to have. You have that glowing skin. I want to have that glowing skin. But that aside, guys, I want you guys to always know that you're beautiful, you're handsome in your own skin, in your own blemishes. Did I just say blemishes? Well, in your own skin, in your own faults, in your own errors. You are perfect. You're not perfect, you're beautiful, but you're working towards perfection, okay? So don't try to force yourself into doing something or being something that you're not, because society tells you that, or society told you that this is how you got to be to make it. No, my loves, everybody has their own different stuff they got to deal with. I think it's different strokes for different folks, and you're all are different folks, so you're gonna get different strokes. Yeah, babies, and that's it. Mic drop. I don't know why I did that. If you're new to this channel, welcome. Namaste. I think that's it. If you're new to this channel, welcome. If you're not new, my guy, my G. Kilo Poppy now. How you doing, babies? Well, my name is Shadi, and I run the 2016 podcast. And, well, yeah, basically, I run the 2016 podcast. This is where we talk about general issues, societal issues. Sometimes we just throw rants and bants in the air because, I mean, Nigeria is stressful me. It's stressful. Can you say stressful me? It's stress. Most times I'm so stressed. And it's not like actual stress. It's just like self-induced stress. But here we always throw every single thing, no matter how vital, no matter how sensitive, no matter how delicate a topic is, Shade will always talk about it. All right? And today I got you guys covered on another big thing. See, when I tell you guys that I have big things, hey, did you, if your head went to where I think your head went to, then you're my real G. But when I freaking tell you guys that I have big things, I mean I have big things. I'm really hyper right now, and I'm really psyched right now. I am not high, I am not drunk. I'm just really hyper, really psyched. Let's just believe that, okay? Today we're going to be looking at Imposter Syndrome. First of all, I can't start this without telling you guys exactly what drove me to this level. So I am on Twitter, and one of my Twitter crushes, I think his name is Oscar something. One of my Twitter crushes was raving about this article he read on Imposter Syndrome and how it relates to him and how he could feel it, like it was the person was talking to him. And I'm like, well, I never really understood Imposter Syndrome. I mean, I have tried to read it. I was like, what exactly does this even mean? And I read it and I understood it, and I'm like, Now, apparently this article was dissected. Sometimes when I use big terms, I feel like an encyclopedia. Well, this article was dissected by Dr. Valerie Young. She's the founder of ISI, that is Imposter Syndrome Institute, and it was founded in Shadisha founded it in 1982. And today we're going to be looking at the types of imposter syndrome. However, it's important to know that there are different types of imposter syndrome. We may fall in one or more of the types, but it is nothing for you to worry about, because for every mistake, not for every mistake, but for every error, for every flaw, there's a correction. And that is why we are here on the 2016 podcast, to grow, to love, to learn, to laugh, and to remain pretty. But first of all, we're going to dive in. What exactly is imposter syndrome? Because if you don't know what you need to know, then you can never advance. See, I don't want to draw bars for you guys, okay? Because you guys are still not promoting my music career, so I can't even draw bars for you guys. But exactly, Let's get to what imposter syndrome is. Now, imposter syndrome is an act, or rather a process, when you feel like a fraud despite when you feel like a fraud despite all you may have acquired, education-wise, experience-wise, and skill-wise. You just don't believe you can actually achieve what you have achieved. All right, so it's like you might have like BSc, MSc, PhD, and all those bands. And when people try to acknowledge the existence of knowledge, of this so much knowledge, or this vast knowledge that you have, you're like, stop it now. Like, you just find it really difficult accepting praise, accepting accolades, accepting a certain kind of worship, not that kind of weird worship, but like a certain kind of adoration, let me put it that way. So according to Dr. Valerie Young, we have various remember Dr. Valerie Young, the founder of ISI, we have various types of imposter syndrome. She's an imposter syndrome researcher, and she divided imposter syndrome into 5 different types. We're going to be going over these 5 different types. Nothing too stressful, nothing too hectic. So listen, you could grab your barrels of papers, or like I always tell you guys, because my voice is melodious, you can listen again and again. Let's go. So the first one here is a natural genius. Now, they feel like they should always get it at the first try, and they are only born geniuses, and only born geniuses never experience failure. That means they feel like if I try it the first time, I need to get it, okay? They think that if they don't get it at the first try, that it wasn't for them. In fact, they don't have the term struggle in their dictionary. You know that I used to tell you guys that there's this line I like about Tiwa Savage song. I know come this life to suffer, gay. So I don't know why I added the gay, but like that is where natural geniuses fall under. Yeah. So I can imagine if I wrote jam like 3 times, guys. So if I did feel like a natural genius, I'm like, I don't give up since. Like, you guys don't even be listening to this episode right now. Yeah? Let's say share. I mean, like, shubon. Do you understand? So they always feel like there is no need for a second trial. They don't believe in the existence of a second trial. They feel like once I try it the first time, I should get it the first time because I'm a born genius. I'm naturally talented at whatever I put myself to do, and that is fine. That is okay. But if you're not ready, or if you don't give room for failures, for mistakes, for errors, then problem with you, like there will be literal problem. The second one she called here is perfectionist. Now, they focus so much on being perfect, and we must remember that being perfect is not realistic. Being perfect is actually not in existence. Okay, no human being in themselves no human being is actually perfect. Okay, they always feel like they are less achieving if they don't feel a certain kind of perfection in whatever they do. So that's the perfectionist side of imposter syndrome. The other one here is soloist or rugged individualist. Now this one, they want to be all alone. They believe so much in themselves that like other people mean zero, other people mean nothing. They reject offers, they reject they don't want people to help them, you know. If they can't achieve it on their own, they feel like a failure. I mean, I think a whole lot of us used to be like this, okay, where we're like, we don't want to receive help, we don't want to ask for help, we just feel like we need to do it on our own. And that is where we need to all get it from, okay? So don't be a soloist or rugged individualist. Don't feel like nobody is an island, okay? Lately, I've been listening to a whole lot of relationship conversations, and I'm not talking about sexual and emotional relationships, no. However, that one day inside though, be like, I'm talking about the existence and the essentiality. I'm talking about the essentiality of relationships. We are called on earth to exist, to coexist with people. So I mean, when God created us, he wasn't like creating us for the fun of it. Yeah, he created us because, you know, you got to link with this person, you got to link with that person, you got to link with A, you got to link with B. So there is nobody that is an island. There's a popular saying that no man is an island, and if you think you're an island, then maybe we should come live in you. Hey. Well, the fourth one here is the superhero. Now, they feel success must be earned, gotten in any given role that they occupy. They feel like they need to be Superman. They need to have, like, I think it's Spider-Man that had Mary Jane, Abby. Well, they feel like they always need to save their Mary Jane. Like, if they are put as parents, they feel like, oh, my kids must do this certain thing for me to feel like a success. If they are teachers, they feel like every student in my class needs to pass so that I can feel like a success. If they are your friends, your siblings, so whatever role they occupy in your life, they want to succeed in it. And I used to be like this because I used to get really pissed and really angry when my friends would not carry me along to be a source of help to them. Please, air quotes there, to be a source of help to them. I always love to help my friends. I always love to help them in whatever, they're going through something. I want them to talk to me. I want them to express themselves to me. And I realized that, I'm not called to be all these things. I mean, when they need me, they know where they can find me. When they need me, they know that Shade is here for them. All right. So I don't need to prove to them that I am the best friend they could ever have. I don't need to prove to them that I am the only thing they ever need. I'm not the only thing they ever need. I don't have to succeed in being a friend. I mean, there's no prize in being the best friend. I don't think there is, because if there were to be one, I would have won it. So that's that on the superhero imposter syndrome. The last one she talked about is the experts. Now, they want to gain all-round knowledge before they actually delve into anything. They want all the answers before moving forward. And if they don't have a specific answer, they stay on it. Most times, if you're about to start a business, people always tell you, just start your business. Just start your business. Don't wait for every single thing you have, right? And that is the same thing that's one thing with these experts. They feel like, if I want to start a business, I should have the right capital, I should have the right space, I should have the right plan, I should have this, I should have that, I should have every single thing I need in order before I start. And it's not meant to be like that, okay? You can't have every single knowledge you need before you start. I mean, even sometimes we get into the exam halls and we're like, did they actually teach us this in class? Yeah, so you can't have an all-wide knowledge of every single thing before you delve into every single thing, all right? So, I mean, I've spoken about this five types of imposter syndromes, and I know that we have all found ourselves in either 1, 2, and if you're like me, you found yourself in the 5 of them. Like very, very good 5 of them. Before I started podcasting, I wanted to have everything. I wanted to have the mic. I wanted to have the recording equipment. I wanted to have the editing equipment. I wanted to have a good ass laptop. I wanted to have an amazing phone. I wanted to even build a workspace, a soundproof workspace. My guys, I've been podcasting for 2 years. I know I don't even have a proper equipment for editing. I use my phone to edit, I use my phone to record, I use my phone to promote. So if I was waiting for all those shit to land, you guys wouldn't even have heard the 2016 podcast, and that's on God. I really do like saying that's on God. Now, one thing about imposter syndrome is it has plenty effects, okay? It can affect your work performance. You can either be underworking or overworking. You're underworking in the sense that, okay, I don't know what they expect of me. I don't know what to do. I don't know if my qualifications will match what I'm meant to do. Or you're overworking in the sense that you feel like you're an expert. You want to be that expert person. You always want to achieve everything. You want to be that best employee of the month, employee of the year, and all those other really amazing and bounty shit that they give for workers. Another thing is burnout. You're going to feel really tired, especially if you're in the soloist and rugged individualist, where you feel like, I don't want anybody's help. I just want to do it on my own. Only me. Then you're going to really feel a whole lot of burnout. Another effect of imposter syndrome is they always want to avoid praise or promotion. I was watching a video where Viola Davis, and I really love Viola Davis, she was talking about we need to understand how we are worth it. So if somebody tells you you're pretty, you need to understand that yes, you are pretty. If somebody tells you, oh, you have an amazing style, you need to accept that you have an amazing style. All these things are when somebody compliments you, like, oh, must stop now, it's not like that. I used to do it before when people tell me, okay, I never used to do it when people tell me I'm pretty. I mean, anybody that knows me that knows that when they say, oh, Shade, you're pretty, I'm like, oh yeah, you're welcome, because easy, Rara, to serve you this beauty on a platter of gold. It's not easy. Stop it. But yeah, you need to understand that you are worth it, okay? If you're into music, if you're into dancing, and you're good at your craft, you're really good at what you do, then you need to understand that you're worth it. And when people are giving you praises and people are adoring your work and giving you all this whole accolades and shit, you need to understand that you are worth it. Another side effect, should I say side effect? Another effect of another bad side to imposter syndrome is you always have self-doubt. You always want to attribute your success to external factors. Like, you don't want to believe that you can do it on your own. I think that's going to be for certain kind of imposter syndromes. You just don't want to believe that you can do it on your own. You just want to say, oh no, it's not me that did it though. It's the whole team that puts in the effort. Please cut that bull crap. All those times that they'll give you like project work in uni, and then only like one person out of a 7-man team will do the project. And you guys are just always attributing success to like external factors. Stop that bull crap, okay? If you worked for something and you earned it and you got it, then you should say, oh yeah, I was able to do this, and that's amazing. Now, the last one is your mental health. Definitely anything that tampers with your self-esteem, anything that tampers with who you really are, would definitely tamper with your mental health. So if you're having this imposter syndrome walking up and down in your brain, then my loves, you are going to be mentally ill. And I don't mean it in a bad way. Well, there's no bad way to mean it, because you are definitely going to be mentally ill. Now, how do you deal with imposter syndrome? You have to ask yourself, why? Okay, why do I feel underpaid? Why do I feel like I don't deserve this? Why do I feel the need to achieve this alone? Why do I feel the need to play a certain kind of role in somebody's life? You always have to ask yourself, why? The second thing you need to do is take a break. Train your mind. Let your mind understand that, oh, I am pretty. Let your mind understand that, oh, I am amazing. Let your mind understand that I can really draw. Let your mind understand that whatever I put myself to, I can definitely achieve it. Don't let anybody bobo you. Don't let anybody butter you. Don't let anybody belittle you. My loves, if you've worked hard for it, then you have worked hard for it, and that's on periods. Okay? Now the last one is therapist. If you feel like you've asked yourself why, and it ain't just working, you feel like you've taken a break and it's still just working, then you got to see a therapist, somebody that's trained and somebody that can help you and pull you through and take you through the guidelines, the guide straight, somebody that will literally bring out who you really, really, really are, okay? So these are things that you need to focus on. Imposter syndrome is not something that you should be proud of. It's not something of, mommy, I get imposter syndrome. Sure, you get imposter syndrome. It's not something that you should... It's not something that you should be proud of, You know how, like, as Nigerians, we're like, oh, I have a headache, and like, oh, mommy, I get a headache, and then somebody like, oh, mommy, so I even get belly pain, like, we always try to like exalt a whole lot of things, but imposter syndrome is not something you want to exalt. It's not something you should exalt. I mean, once you've understood that, okay, I fall into one of these 5 categories, that's the natural genius, or the perfectionist, or the soloist, rugged individualist, the superhero, or the expert, you need to understand to deal with it immediately, because if you don't deal with it immediately, it's going to affect a whole lot of things that you do. So you always remember to ask yourself the why, take a break, and visit a therapist if need be. If it's so pressing that you feel so deep into this, then you need to see a therapist and completely heal yourself, completely clear your aura, completely free your mind. Like Bob Marley said, emancipate yourself from emancipate yourself from mental slavery, okay? And I really do hope that today's episode has been able to liberate you, liberate your mind, liberate your body, liberate your mind, liberate your spirit, your soul, and your body to be who you really are, to be who you're really made to be, all right? Do not forget that the 2016 podcast is always rooting for you. Whatever you're doing, we are rooting for you. You're a dancer, you're a doctor, you're an engineer, you're an artist. One way or another, you're doing something. We are always rooting for you. We want you to succeed so that the world will be a better place. All right. And on this note, we've come to an end of today's episode. And I really, 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 really do hope that you guys enjoyed it. Thank you very much. And remember, I love you. Okay. So if you've listened, I love you. I love you. And I really do love you. And I do pray that the Lord God grants us all longevity. Bye, guys. Thank you very much for listening to today's episode. Now, please remember that you can always drop your feedback and your comments on our Instagram at the 2016 podcast, or on our Twitter at the 2016 podcast one. You can also send us an email. That's the 2016 podcast at gmail.com. Do not forget to like, to share, to subscribe, to comment, to share again, to drop your feedback. Now, if you also want to donate to the 2016 podcast financially, go to our Instagram page, and in our bio, you're going to see our link tree. I wanted to say link tree link. Does that make sense? We're going to see our link tree. Click on it and scroll to the last part where you see our financial section. You can always donate to us using our Yushrikhan link or our Patreon link. Now remember that every donation counts in the 2016 podcast, and this is to ensure that we bring out better quality and better products for you all. Now from my end is love, peace, and prosperity, and I do pray that the Lord will grant us all longevity. I love you guys.